everybody, it's Miss Jerry Lynn. Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. You may have heard somebody say that this past Easter. We say that on Easter because it is the greatest thing that happens in our Christian lives is on Easter we know that Christ is risen up out of the grave. And when we say indeed, we say absolutely. It's a fact. We know it. So you may have heard people say that, and that's why they say it. Today, we're going to tell the next part of the story, what happened after the resurrection, after Jesus came back to life. This story is called The Great Commission. Now, commission means, I should have looked this up. Commission means what you're supposed to do. This is, I should have looked it up. I'm going to say what you're supposed to do. The commission means what you're supposed to do. The Great Commission. This is from the book of Matthew. Mary Magdalene and Mary told the followers that Jesus was alive and that all of Jesus' followers needed to go to Galilee to wait for Jesus. They all traveled to Galilee. They sat in the green grass, listening to the sound of the sea, whistling, swishing while they waited for Jesus. When Jesus appeared, the followers worshiped him. Jesus said, "God has given me power over everything in heaven and earth." Jesus gave the followers special instructions to share the good news about him with the world. Jesus said, "Go to all people and teach them about me. Baptize them. Teach them to love one another and do all the other things I have taught you to do. I will be with you always wherever you go for all time." So this is the Great Commission. This is what Jesus wants us to do. This is what he's telling us. Now, let's think about it. Jesus died, was buried for 3 days, came back to life, and this is so important. This is what he's telling his followers. This is the first thing that he's telling his followers. This is the most important thing. And I heard something I want to point out because this is something you may hear from grown-ups or other people. So let's go back just a minute. Jesus gave the followers special instructions to share the good news about him with the world. You may hear the words good news, and I just want you to know what the good news is. The good news is that Jesus came to the world as a man. He suffered, he was killed, he died, he was resurrected and came back to life just the way the prophecy was foretold. So all that happened just the way it was supposed to. That's how we know that Jesus really was God and that God is in control and that the Bible is true. So that's how we know that it really is the good news. That's why we call it the good news. So you might hear the New Testament or this news about Jesus coming back to life and Jesus's life. You might hear that called the good news because we believe it is the best news that there is in the world. So I just wanted to share that with you. There's a good picture here in the book too. Can you see it? This is Jesus talking to his followers. Look at this man. What's he doing? He is documenting. That's what I call it. He's writing down what's happening. He is writing. He may be writing some of this down so it can be included in the Bible later. But because remember, the Bible was not written right at that time. It was written later. So this is a wonderful story because what Jesus wants us to do is share. Share the good news. Share the story. Share the love of Jesus. Share what we have with others. Share our church. Share ourselves. He wants us to go out and share the good news. And that's what I want you to do. I love you. We're going to see each other soon. It's going to be very soon. 3 more weeks, we're going to see each other in person, and I can't wait. I will see you soon. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Good morning, sweet friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And today I'm very excited for our craft. So, what we're talking about is the word share and how Jesus calls us to share our faith and share our love with other people all around the world. All kinds of people, and that's super cool, huh? Yeah. So, I remember in the Bible, Jesus took all of his disciples up to the mountaintop in Galilee, and that's whenever he asked them all to go out into the world and to share all the things that he has taught them. And so what we're doing today is we are taking our activity page 13 out of our activity journal, and what we get is after we pop out some things, we get some little cards like this in a suitcase. What we're going to do is this suitcase is going to travel around with us and help us remember to share the things that Jesus has taught us. So what we're going to do is after it's all popped out of the page, grown-ups, you might need to help out with this part. There's a little line in the middle. It's dotted. What that means is to fold. So I went ahead and folded this so it's a little easier. And after this, if we put stuff in there, our suitcase would come open, huh? So what you need is some tape. I'm just going to take a little bit of tape, and I'm going to tape it to the side of my suitcase. It's easier on the not the carpet, but the ground. And fold it in like this a little bit. Just like that. So that side is nice and secure, huh? Perfect. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side now. Down. Okay. And now, with the top open, because we still need to be able to reach in and get our stuff out. It's kind of like if you're going on a trip and your suitcase didn't open. You couldn't get to anything, could you? But thankfully, we're leaving this part open. And so I want you to read with me all the things that we're going to put in here. Jesus is alive. Just like the butterflies that we saw and released at Easter. And we saw them grow up from little caterpillars. So the butterfly helps us remember that Jesus is alive. Right into our suitcase. Jesus loves the world. Jesus loves the world and all the people on it. And that's why he wants everyone to know about him so that everybody can feel the love that he has to offer. Right in the middle. Jesus was born. It's really important. Jesus being born was so important that he has the same human experiences that you and I have, right? I mean, Jesus would get upset and he'd get frustrated and he'd get sad. He'd feel all the same things that we feel. That makes him really relatable. Like kind of like a best friend, huh? Because he feels the same things that we feel and he loves us. Wow. Right in the middle of the suitcase. And our last one, Jesus loves children. Jesus loves children so much, just like you. Isn't that really cool? I bet that makes your heart feel so awesome. It makes my heart feel awesome. And so right in the middle of our suitcase. And so now you get to take all of these wonderful things that Jesus has asked us to take and to share with others. You get to take it in your own little suitcase and you get to pull it out and talk about it with people that you know. How awesome is that? Well, sweet friends, I hope you have a wonderful day. I am looking forward to our next craft next week. And I hope that you take all of the things that we've learned and you share them with the people that you love. And I will see you later. Bye, friends.
Hey, everybody. So good to see you guys back again for another week of story time and music and crafts and fun. I hope you all had a wonderful Easter. I was so glad to see some of you at church and your pictures of your butterflies and your Easter egg hunt. I hope you found lots of eggs. This week's story was all about Jesus talking to his disciples and telling them to make a community. It's kind of a big word. What's a community? A community is a group of people that work together and play together and go to church together and pray to God together. So what he said to his disciples was, I want you to go out and I want you to tell people all about God and then bring them back so that we can make them believers. We can make them believe in God. So they were kind of like fishermen, weren't they? Except they were fishing for people. They were looking for people to bring back to Jesus. So we're going to sing Fishers of Men, and I want you to pretend to fish with me, okay? Get out your fishing rod. You ready? I will make you fishers of men, fishers of men, fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. If you follow me. If you follow me. I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. Since we're talking about fish, I thought we would sing a song about frogs. What do you think? You're going to sing a song about frogs with me? All right, these are my 5 little speckled frogs, and they are sitting on a speckled log. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. 5 little speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious flies. Yum, yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 speckled frogs. 4 little speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious flies. Yum, yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 speckled frogs. 3 little speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious flies. Yum, yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 speckled frogs. 2 little speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious flies. Yum, yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 speckled frog. 1 little speckled frog sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious flies. Yum, yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no speckled frogs. That's a silly song, isn't it? All the frogs are in the pool. Now, we're going to sing one more song. Do you have your shaker from last week? If you don't, get one of those Easter eggs you hunted for and get 2 plastic spoons and put them like this together, and then wrap some tape around the egg and wrap some tape around the handles. Make sure you put a little bit of rice or some dry beans in first, and then have your very own shaker. We're going to sing our Tell Somebody song, and we're going to use our shakers. Are we ready? Somebody. What did we say she was talking about? We're going to tell somebody about God, just like the disciples did. Can you shake with me? Now, can you shake up high? Can you shake down low? Can you shake out here? Shake past. Now shake this way. Now back to the middle. Can you shake in a circle? I want to tell somebody. I want to tell somebody. Can you hide it and shake? Somebody. Somebody. Can you go back and forth? I want to tell somebody. I want to tell somebody. Whoops. All right, guys, that's all we have for this week. I hope you had some fun, and I hope that you will think about how you can bring people to God this week. How can you tell people all about God and Jesus? I will see you next week. You guys have a great week. Bye-bye.
Hello.